Good morning. The 36th District Court in the state of Michigan is now in session with the Honorable Tenisha Yancey presiding. While court is in session, there will be no talking, sleeping, lying down, driving, wearing of head garments, unless for religious purposes, chewing of gum, or reading any material. Proper attire is required. Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good morning. Again, I am Judge Tenisha Yancey. I appreciate the patience this morning. I will be calling the first case that I'm going to call. The parties are ready on Briggs. Are the parties ready on Briggs?
Your Honor, Shireen Silver appearing on behalf of Scott Briggs. I was in a waiting room waiting to speak with Ms. Cole, but I got booted out of the waiting room. I called back in and have not had an opportunity to meet or discuss this matter with the attorney, the prosecuting attorney.
Do we have Ms. Cole here today? I haven't seen her. We haven't seen Ms. Cole as of yet. Let me give her a call. Oh, I can't give her a call. I'm working in two different courtrooms, so bear with me, and I can call her. I do have my phone, and I will text her and ask her to meet you in breakout room 1.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Ready to proceed on, one moment. Going to need some help on the pronunciation, probably. Bashagiara? Are the parties ready to proceed on Bashagiara? Am I pronouncing it right?
Yes, Your Honor. Bashagiara, yes. Roger Cayley, P48811 on behalf of Mr. Bashagiara.
And is your client here today? Do we need to pull him into? Are you waiting?
No, Your Honor. I have the authority to settle this matter. It's a civil infraction.
Okay, now calling the people versus Shahid Bashagiara. Ticket number SP 142862711, one count of accident disregarding a traffic control device. Please state your appearance for the record.
Roger Cayley, P48811 on behalf of Mr. Bashagiara.
Bashagiara, thank you. So today is the date and time set for a formal hearing. How would you like to proceed in this matter?
Your Honor, I've spoken to the city attorney. I'm authorized to enter a plea to impeding traffic. The original charge would be dismissed. Stipulate to the face of the ticket, plead responsible on my client's behalf, ask for 2 weeks to pay. Thank you, Your Honor.
2 weeks to pay?
Yes, please.
The court will enter a responsible plea to impede. You did say impeding, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Responsible plea to impeding. There will be $175 fee assessed in this matter, and your client will have until March 9th to pay.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a great day.
One moment. We will also set this for a review hearing on that day, but you do not need to appear if it's been paid.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too, Your Honor.
Parties ready to proceed on Bryant? If you're speaking, you're on mute.
Sorry about that, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing the best I can.
Ready to proceed on Mr. Bryant? Is it Mr. Bryant?
Yeah, he was present, Your Honor. I'm going to ask you to waive his appearance. I've had a chance. He had a personal matter he logged in about at 8:30 and he had to log off at about 10 o'clock for personal matter involving a family member. But I've talked to the prosecutor corporation counsel, and we both agree that we should adjourn this because we might be able to settle this thing, but it's going to take a little bit more time.
One moment, Attorney. Mr. Goss, do we have an officer who checked in on this matter?
Yeah, and I don't think this was set for trial. This is a pretrial.
It says it's set for trial on my docket.
Wow. Well, I might want to change my strategy on this then.
You may. One moment.
Okay.
Okay, Attorney Page, I'm trying to get in contact with the prosecutor. I think he's on, but he probably had to step into another courtroom. Just so that you all know, thank you, first of all, thank you for your patience today. The court is very short-staffed due to weather, obvious. For all of you who were able to stay at home and enjoy yourselves, the cozy knit of your homes today, we all are a little less fortunate. So thank you for your patience, and as soon as we get a prosecutor back in here, I can proceed on that matter.
Yes, Your Honor, and based on if it is set for trial today, Your Honor, I would just ask the matter be dismissed without prejudice, and if they want to bring it back, they can bring it back.
And it would be based on the officer?
Yeah, it'd be based on the officer's failure to appear. Mr. Brandon Bryant was here, Your Honor, and if it's going to call for a dismissal, I can get in contact with him and tell him to zoom in.
Okay, understood. I will, again, I need to find out if the officer did appear, so we need to.
Yes, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Dante Goss, P60162. The officer did appear and was in the breakout room. I did speak to him regarding Mr. Bryant.
And you allowed him to leave because he had come up with an adjournment, you had agreed on an adjournment on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so are we adjourning this matter for trial? Is it your understanding that it was set for trial today?
Yes, Your Honor, we're adjourning to a pretrial.
You're gonna set it back to a pretrial?
Yes, Your Honor, we're trying to work some things out.
Okay, all right, let me get some dates. Thank you, Mr. Doss, for coming back in.
Your Honor,
Your Honor.
I'm gonna need about 60 days, and I think I can get it resolved.
And I have no objections, Your Honor.
No objections, 60 days, we can do that on April 24th, 2023.
Fine, Your Honor, and I'm sorry for the confusion.
No worries, thank you for, I'm just glad we were able to get it clarified till April 24th, 2023 at 8:35 a.m. See you then for a pre-trial.
Thank you.
Okay.
Stop working so hard.
I will try, I'll try. All right. I'm sorry. It's okay. Parties ready to proceed on William Brown?
Ready, Judge.
And is Mr. Brown here today?
I think he's in a breakout room, Your Honor.
One moment, we'll get him out.
Thanks, Judge.
If there's house counsel assigned to Aubrey Brownlee in room 7, please go in there and let her know, give her an update as to why, or as to the fact that we're still waiting, we haven't forgotten about her. You may have to go into the breakout room to let Mr. Brown know that I've asked for him to come out.
What room was that, Judge? I'm sorry.
4.
Thank you. It's only letting me go to 3. Oh, here we go. Thanks, Judge. I got it.
Thank you. Now calling the People versus William Leon Brown, ticket number, waiting for your counsel to return. All right, I think we're ready. Okay. Now calling the People versus William Leon Brown, ticket number P1350219, 1 count of open alcohol in a motor vehicle as a passenger. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ben Werbling, P64889 on behalf of Mr. Brown.
And we have an officer or sergeant present in this case. Would you state your appearance for your name for the record?
Good morning, ma'am. Sergeant Amarante, batch S565.
And Mr. Brown, will you state your name for the record as well?
William Leon Brown.
Today is the date and time set for a trial. Mr. Werbling, how are you ready to proceed?
Judge, so I had an opportunity to speak with Corporation Counsel, and we spoke with Sergeant Brown. It's my understanding that there was no objection to dismissing this matter, Your Honor.
An outright dismissal?
That's correct, Judge.
Sergeant Brown, that's your understanding?
Sergeant Amarante, yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. I glanced up and you have it named. I'm so sorry. That is your understanding? The court dismissed this matter without prejudice. Mr. Brown, I don't know what the facts were or why you had received the ticket for open alcohol in a motor vehicle, but this court takes it extremely serious. Anything dealing with alcohol in a vehicle, make sure that it's in the trunk of your vehicle if you're transporting it from place to place, but please do not come before me again on any alcohol matter as it relates to a vehicle.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I fully understand. Thank you.
You're free to go.
Thank you, Judge. And we appreciate the Sergeant and Corporation Counsel that Mr. Brown's not going to see you again, Judge. Thank you. Have a great day. Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Parties ready to proceed on Bowers?
Yeah, Your Honor.
And is your client present?
Your Honor, I'm hoping with some explanation, you'll agree to waive his presence for today.
For a pretrial, let me see, on an LWI, why isn't he present?
Your Honor, I have actually had this case since 2019 with Mr. Bowers. We were scheduled for a jury trial back in December, at which time he was having some sort of medical emergency. When he came to court, he was unable to stand upright, was looking very frail. We ended up canceling the trial. I have not heard from him since, and in the 4 years I've had this case, that has never happened. I'm actually going to be sending a welfare check out to him. I hear from him more than I hear from my own mother half the time. So the fact that he's not answering the phone is very, very alarming to me.
Okay, so I will adjourn this. I will give a one-time adjournment. Just the fact that you are attesting to the fact that he's never done it before. I'll give an adjournment one time. I will set it out so that you have time to check and check with his family members to see.
Thank you.
So we'll set it out till April 24th, 2023 for a welfare check to be done.
Thank you very much.
April 24th, 2023 at 8:35 a.m., Counselor.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
We're ready on Briggs. I think Ms. Silver, I sent it to the wrong email. It bounced back.
Okay.
I'm gonna try again.
It's silver@sanfordc.com.
Ready to proceed on Briggs? That's okay. That's okay. Ready to proceed on Briggs?
Yes.
I believe my client's trying to call in if his presence is necessary. He's trying to call in on the 929 number.
He's trying to call the court.
I think it's for phone connection.
Attorney Silver, it's hard to hear you. I think maybe when you turn your face.
Okay, yeah, I think he was trying to call on the phone. So let me see if he's made it through.
Well, he hasn't made it through on our phone. I can make sure that you have the right phone, that he has the right phone number if you.
Well, let me ask you this, Your Honor. Is his presence necessary? We're dismissing the misdemeanor and he's entering an amended plea to the moving violation.
And I would have no objection, Your Honor, because we are dismissing the misdemeanor.
Okay, we can waive his appearance. Now calling the people versus Scott Christopher Briggs, ticket number SX4093923, count 1, limited access speed 21 to 25 miles over. Count 2, improper plates. Please state your appearances for the record.
Paula Cole on behalf of the people.
Shireen Silver appearing on behalf of Mr. Briggs, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the people are willing to dismiss count 2, the no insurance, and amend count 1 to impeding.
That's correct, Your Honor, and I've discussed it with my client and we are amenable to that resolution.
And you stipulate to probable cause on the dismissal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Stipulate to the 4 corners of the ticket on the for factual basis on the impeding.
Yes.
Okay, so the court will enter a responsible plea to impeding and that's $175 fee. Do you think that that can be paid within the next 2 weeks?
Absolutely, Your Honor. It will likely be paid within the next 2 hours.
Okay, so he does have until March 9th to make that payment, and we will dismiss without prejudice the improper plate violation.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
That concludes this matter. You are all set. By the way, there is a review. I do set review hearings on the date that it's due. However, if he's paying it today, tomorrow, or anytime between March 9th, he does not need to appear.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one. Thank you, Attorney
Thank you.
Cole.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Cole. Nice to see you.
Thank you. And could I go into a breakout room with the officers in Maxie's in breakout room 2?
Attorney Silver, I'm sorry, Attorney Cole, before you log off, make sure your client checks if it's not there within, don't try to pay it today. Try to pay it within the next 24 hours, up to 48 hours, just in case it doesn't get entered.
And I'll tell them to pay it next week, early next week.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, Attorney Cole, what were you trying to say?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just asking if I could be put in breakout room number 2 with the officer, Maxie.
Okay, and I will make you a co-host too, so that you can put yourself in any breakout room you like.
Oh, thank you.
Attorney Martell, can you tell me who your client is? Byrne. Is it Brandon Byrne?
Yes, correct, Judge. Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. Is he here today?
To my understanding, he is on via Zoom. If he is not, Judge, I would ask to waive his appearance. I am going to be seeking a brief adjournment based on having a federal hearing at 11 o'clock, and we'll be submitting a mitigation package in the interim to resolve this matter.
Okay, you yourself have a federal hearing, or he has a federal hearing today?
No, I do, Judge.
All right. Now calling the people versus Brandon Allen Burns, ticket number 355-732, one count of drag race spectator. Please state your appearance for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your staff. May it please this most honorable court, Edward Martell, P 85051 of Perkins Law Group, on behalf of Brandon Barnes, whom I would ask to waive his appearance, Judge, for today for exigent circumstance.
Okay, appearance is waived. Today, though, is the date and time set for a pre-trial, and you're asking for an adjournment?
Yes, Judge, a brief adjournment. I did send City Attorney Goss a message. However, I will reach out to him via email and attempt to resolve this. I know there's a strict no policy for the City of Detroit on dropping from misdemeanors to civil infractions. However, in this particular case, I think it's a unique set of circumstances, and I will work to reach a resolution. Alternatively, of course, we will see you in a couple of weeks with the permission of the court.
So granted, I will set this for final pretrial on March 21st, 2023 at 8:35 a.m.
Would you want to be so inclined to, in the interest of judicial economy and efficiency, to subpoena the witnesses on the day of the final pretrial, order that they appear?
Yes, we will do so.
Thank you, Judge.
So let me make sure I make a note, because if I don't make a note, it happens. Subpoena witnesses for final pretrial. Okay, and Mr. Martell, would it be easier to just set it for a bench trial?
Well, if you're going to allow us to reserve the right to jury, certainly we would have no objection to that, Judge. Either one will be fine with us.
So I'm going to enter a not guilty plea, continue the not guilty plea and set this for a bench trial, and we'll set that out to 3/28/23. Is that okay?
Yes, Judge. And again, with allowing us to reserve the right to a jury if we're unable to reach a resolution, and with the witnesses to be ordered to appear, correct?
Yeah, so reserve the right to do what? I'm sorry.
Reserve the right to a jury, Judge.
Okay, absolutely.
Thank you, Judge.
So we will do that, and we will see you on 3/28/23 at 9 a.m.
Thank you very much, Judge. Always a pleasure, and it's a pleasure to practice before you today.
Absolutely. Take care.
Have a great
Good
day.
luck.
Judge, that will be via Zoom, correct?
Yes, via Zoom.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye. Ms. Baker, we're gonna call your case momentarily as soon as the House Counsel comes back. Mr. William, are you just checking into the courtroom? William, are you just checking into this courtroom?
Oh, no, I was asking, I just saw you. I was asking like for emergency, can you put in the it on my records or
Do you have a matter in this
like it
courtroom
won't
today,
show like the
William, do you have a
dismissal?
matter? William, do you have an actual matter in this courtroom today?
Yes, I just my matter just got dismissed. I was asking for a dismissal. It just got dismissed. I was asking for like you can put it in the system quickly for my job. I just seen you about like
Mr.
5, 10
Brown,
minutes.
I remember now, but it'll be at least 48 hours. We're still on the record right now. You just came back in and you're prolonging my day in my docket today, but you're gonna have to give the court time to process things.
Okay, I didn't
We
know.
can't stop what we're doing for you.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
I was just
You
asking
can
how
contact
long it would
Mr.
be.
Wordling. Contact Mr. Wordling and have him follow up with the court clerk.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Parties ready to proceed on Stacey Baker? Where is Mr. Wordling?
Yes, I'm here.
I know you are, Mr. Baker. I'm waiting on your attorney. Mr. Bell, I see that you're back. Will you turn your camera on? Eric Bell, turn your camera on and turn your mute off.
Yes.
How are you? I remember you here the other day. Do you remember who your attorney was?
Griffin. Today I had a different attorney though.
You talked to an attorney today?
Yes.
Why are you back? On a different matter?
I guess it was the same matter, I guess, but I guess it was two different charges or something. I have no idea.
I have to find your file from the other day.
Okay.
Officer Brockman,
Johnson.
Officer Johnson, Officer Johnson. What about Jay? Jay didn't show either.
Brown,
Yeah, he didn't show either, right?
Jalen Brown.
Officer Dodd,
Yes, ma'am.
Jalen Browner has not checked in. Let me just double, triple check with the clerk. He has not checked in. You are free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Officer Johnson, can you hear me? If you can hear me, you have to take yourself off of mute.
Yeah, but he's in the precinct, so I'm gonna tell him to get out.
What about John?
Yes,
He is here.
that's the one with Paula Cole, so that's a statement.
They're in breakout room 6.
She did break out.
Mr. Boston is with John Benson.
Okay, Officer Maxey, please hold off for a moment. We are still kind of working on a resolution on the Bedsworth matter.
Okay, ma'am, thank you and good morning.
Good morning to you. Thank you.
So my iPad, don't give me the same capabilities, even though you give me the capabilities, I can't move other people.
Officer Johnson can leave, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to tap.
Just kidding. He'd be good.
Just take one.
Yeah.
Officer Johnson? He's still connected. Officer Johnson?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Brockman didn't show up. I actually was releasing you, but you weren't
Oh,
able to.
okay. I'm sorry. All
No
right, Yolanda.
problem.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
How about taking out the first sheet?
Maybe this isn't the right time. They're
I
not.
need the accordion one.
I need the accordion one.
Or the accordion.
Yeah. And of course, we accordion.
Nah. You come with this fancy stuff.
The court is going to go on a brief recess while we wait for House Counsel to return. Thank you for your patience again. I'll be back momentarily. If House Counsel comes back before I do, please note that I am in another courtroom. We'll be back shortly.
excuse me, I was wondering if I could go into a breakout room with Mr. Boffman.
Yes, ma'am. Give me one moment.
Oh, sure. I just didn't, I used to have, I'm confused because I was just with Judge Yancey in another courtroom and I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, yes, she is covering. Because of the ice storm, we're short staffed.
Oh, I see.
Let's see. All right, Ms. Cole, I'm gonna have you sit tight for a moment.
Oh, sure. That's the good
Fine.
thing about it is I'm not running around a lot. I'm kind of trying to work on this Bedford matter.
Okay.
Hey, Paula. Hey, Shannon. Sorry to call you on your cell. I'm just confused on this Bedford case where the guy has the.
What Karen Maxey is blowing up my phone or telling her, I don't know what
Hello, I have a phone number ending in 4930.
Yes, ma'am, that's Clay Burley.
Like who?
Clay Burley.
Is this your first time here today, sir?
Yeah, my internet connection was messed up. I had court earlier, but that's why I had called and I tried to set it up, so I just called off another phone because my internet and stuff was messed up.
Spell your last name.
Burley.
Oh, you did come in earlier. You
Yeah.
came in and you fell off?
Yeah, my internet connection had fell off and stuff. So.
Opportunity to speak to the attorney?
Huh? Nope. That's what I was waiting on, and that's when it happened.
Okay, so she's gonna place you back into a breakout room.
Okay.
We can bring Ms. Brownlee in, she keeps that. And there's no other officers waiting.
Nope, everybody should be done. All the officers. Oh, except for Miss.
Right.
Mr. Brownlee.
Hey, how's everything?
I'm good, man. I'm ready. Sorry, Your Honor.
Hey, sorry about that. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, you need to go ahead.
Oh, we can hear you. What do you have to say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Nothing. I was just wondering if you can hear me. This is my first time doing a Zoom call.
We can hear you. I also saw how many times you asked for help in the breakout room. Mr. Baughman is having some internet connection issues and I am working 2 courtrooms, so we are going to need you to exercise some patience this morning.
Okay.
Ready to proceed on Eric Bell? Mr. Baughman, you have to unmute.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Yes, we're ready.
Okay, now calling the people versus Eric Antonio Bell, ticket number SP 131-02492, 1 count of reckless driving. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Harry Bachman, on behalf of the defendant. Sir, state your name for the record.
Eric Antonio Bell.
Thank you. Judge, the defendant is going to ask that these matters be set for a waiver trial by Zoom, please. Because of the nature of the charges, he is agreeing also to attend the better driver's course. He has been advised.
Okay, so he's gonna take the driver's improvement course and we're gonna set this matter for a bench trial.
Please and thank you. Yes, Your Honor. We're going to need an officer for any resolution.
Okay, you do understand your right to the trial, and you're exercising your right to have a trial before me as a trier of fact, Mr. Bell?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will enter a plea or continue a plea of not guilty, $0 bond, and set this matter for bench trial on March 28th, 2023 at 9 a.m. You all set with that? March 28th, 2023 at 9 a.m.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, we'll see you then.
Yes, ma'am.
You're set to go. Ready to proceed on Stacy Baker.
Ready.
Now calling versus Stacy Reggie Baker Jr., ticket number SP 1345334, count 1. Reckless driving, count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Please state your appearances for the record, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Harry Bachman for the defendant. State your name, please, sir.
Stacy Baker Jr.
Judge, we're asking for a waiver trial date by Zoom, please, and thank you.
Okay, we will, same in this matter, we will, enter not guilty plea, 0 bond, continue bench trial set for 3/28/23. 3/28/23 at 9 a.m. Mr. Baker, you understand that you are exercising your right to have a trial before me as a trier of fact?
Yes.
And you're to fill yourself back? Correct?
Yes.
Okay. I will see you back here, same Zoom room on March 28th, 2023 at 9 a.m. for your bench trial.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Which one did you say call was here for?
Bedford, or Betsworth. Betsworth.
Mr. Bachman, did you have an opportunity to speak to Aubrey Brownlee yet? And are we ready to proceed on the Bedsworth matter?
I am ready to proceed on the Bedsworth matter, and I did speak to Mr. Brownlee. We're ready on that one as well.
Now, well. And are we waiving his appearance? Or did he leave?
Mr. Brownlee?
Mr. Bedford.
Yes, I apologize. Say it again.
Bedsworth, we need here. You may be calling me now. One moment, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Ms. Cole, did we reach a resolution on the Bedworth matter?
Bedsworth is on the phone with me right now, Your Honor. He's coming back into the meeting. I'm giving him instructions.
I'm asking, Attorney Cole.
I have not talked to Mr. Boffman about it because I was insisting on a trial or a plea.
Does he want to talk to?
So the long of the short of it is the defendant is willing to enter a no contest plea with the court's permission as charged, and we're asking for community service.
Okay.
And Mr. Bedsworth should be trying to call in right now. I just got off the phone with him.
Is he calling the courtroom or is he coming back into the Zoom?
I think he was on the phone. So I don't think he's calling the courtroom. I think he's calling Zoom and entering the code.
Is that Mr. Bedsworth on the phone?
Yes, it is.
All right, now calling the people versus John Bryce Bedsworth, ticket number 718-612, one count of littering. Please state your appearance for the record.
May it please the court, Paula Cole on behalf of the people, P31888, and I have Officer Maxey with me as well.
Officer Maxey, please state your name for the record.
Yes, ma'am. Detroit Police Officer Karen Maxey for 5th Precinct.
Yeah, please the court, Your Honor. Harry Boffman, P55052 on behalf of the defendant. Sir, would you state your name, please?
John Bedsworth.
Thank you. Mr. Bedsworth and I have discussed a resolution specifically that he would plead no contest here to the charges in the instant case as charged. And we're asking Your Honor to consider a community service sentence. The reason for the no contest plea would be plausible civil liability.
My only objection would be, Mr. Boffman, I'm asking for a $500 fine, and I would not agree to community service. I would ask for a maximum fine because this is we've given him time to clean this litter up and it hasn't been done. So obviously he needs to hit a little bit more than a smack on the wrist, and he has the ability to pay.
I understand your position, and I went back and forth with my client about that. He says that the condition does not persist today, so I don't know what that's about, but certainly he's eligible to be cited over and over again if you find that the condition persists.
And he has been.
Okay, so I don't know that we have a
I'm just
global
objecting to
resolution.
community service.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
one moment, please, one
I'm
moment.
sorry, Your Honor.
Attorney Cole, are you saying that the matter has not been addressed as of today?
According to Officer Maxey, is that correct, Officer Maxey?
For this particular vehicle, isn't there, but the home and the yards of both of his homes that he owned within the city of Detroit, the condition still exists. Just like the pictures that I sent in, it still exists. Even after the city has come out and cleaned up approximately about 2 months ago, the conditions are still horrible. The neighbors are still complaining.
I will sustain an objection to the community service. And one moment, please. So do you still wish to enter a no contest plea, Mr. Bachman? You're on mute. You're on mute.
I think he's talking to his client. I think he's talking to his client.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bedsworth. There will be no community service sentence according to the judge's discretion here, sir. Are you willing to proceed?
I'm completely unaware of any concerns from anybody.
Well, we have the officer. We're not here for a trial. Do you want to set this? Wait, what's this matter? Set for trial? This is set for trial. Would you like to proceed with the trial?
What are the options, Your Honor? I guess I'd like to find out what's still objectionable. I'm completely blindsided here.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to take the defendant into the breakout room so we can just resolve that without being on the record for all this discussion.
Just explain that, of course, he still has a right to the trial to go forward with the trial today, but the outcome is still going to be the outcome, whether he pleads no contest
Right,
or.
we understand.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Understood. So if we could put
Thank
him in the
you.
breakout room, and I'll stand by so that we can put Mr. Brownlee on the record. We're just asking for
You kind of broke up a little bit.
a pretrial on that case, Your Honor.
Pre-trial, okay.
Pretrial on Brownlee.
We'll call the Brownlee matter next, and we will place Mr. Beckman into a breakout room for you to join him soon.
Thank you. I need to also be placed in that room. I don't think I'm a co-host on this device.
Okay, well,
Sorry for the delay, everybody.
we're gonna call your Brownlee matter before you
Yeah.
go into the. Now calling the People versus Aubrey Hardy Brownlee Jr. Ticket number P1340805, 1 count of expired plates, 1 count of driving while license suspended. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Harry Bachman for the defendant. Sir, state your name.
Aubrey Hardy Brownlee.
Thank you. Mr. Brownlee is here for a show cause after inadvertently missing an last action date. Judge, for arraignment purposes, would you please enter a not guilty plea on behalf of the defendant, set the matter for a pretrial?
We'll do so. To clarify the record, we are only here on count 2, driving while license suspended. Count 1, expired plates, is in default apparently.
Yes, Your Honor. Understood.
Plea on the driving while license suspended and set this matter for pretrial.
That's okay. Give him the 28th as well.
March 28th, 2023 at 8:35 a.m. Mr. Brownlee, you have that?
Yes, ma'am. You said March 28th. What time was that?
At 8:35 a.m.
Okay.
Okay. You're all set. That concludes this matter.
Okay, would I get something in the mail for, is that a Zoom or do I come into court?
It's the same Zoom room that you're in now, so 360-335-0000 is what you dial into.
Okay.
You're all set. That concludes this hearing.
Okay, thanks. Have a good day.
You too. Have a good one. Mr. Habakman, I'll put you into the breakout room with your client.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do I hang up right now?
That's breakout room number. Yes, you are free to go, Mr. Brownlee.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you in breakout room number five, Mr. Bachman.
Thank you, Your Honor. If there's anybody else in the breakout room, you can bring them out. I'm ready on everything.
You're putting everyone out. Did you talk to Mr. Burley, Mr. Hoffman? Oh, shoot.
I'm on it.
Please press mute. I've let you into the courtroom. Please keep your phones on mute until your cases are called.
No, he hasn't. Okay. This would be unless they walk up. This should be everybody else. Oh, no.
Ms. Call, if they do decide to proceed with the trial today, do you have the exhibit?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, were you speaking to me?
Yes, if they're ready to proceed on the trial today, I know that officer or sergeant or officer, I'm sorry, Maxie refers to some photos that I do not have in my possession. Will we be ready to proceed with the exhibits today?
Yes, I sent them to Mr. Boffman and I can email them to you because I'd have to have them marked as exhibits. There's like 4 pictures.
Okay, well,
If he
I can
doesn't
just-
object to them, I would have them marked as exhibits.
Okay.
I can email them. Who is your clerk? I can email them to your clerk.
I'm gonna chat my email to you right now.
Okay, that'd be great.
Thank you.
For all of you who just joined the main session, please put your phones on mute and just stay ready for me to call your case. I do appreciate your patience today. As I was working in 2 courtrooms, most of you may not have been aware of that because you were in a breakout room. So I've been in and out of this courtroom. So thank you for exercising your patience. And I will be calling your matters as soon as we have House Counsel return to the courtroom.
Okay. So, Paula,
Yeah,
would you agree to adjourn so that the defendant can hire a counsel?
well, we were in court in December,
Yeah.
and this ticket is dated in May, and I would not.
All right.
I think we offered, and because of the fact that he hasn't taken care of it, I don't feel confident.
Well, I tell you what, he doesn't seem to be so recalcitrant when I talk to him, he says, hey, give him a list of the things that you want done. He'll execute it. So, could we reserve that?
He has had this ticket since May. May. I'm looking for the date on the ticket. I believe it's May.
Yeah.
And it's very clear what needed to be done on the ticket as of a week ago. It hasn't been done. And whether it's been done or not, again, at the time, that was what was there at the time. Whether he's removed the vehicle yesterday or not, it was still there at that time. So it's either he's ready to proceed with the trial or he's ready to take responsibility today.
Understood.
I see that, is he back in this room?
He should not be, Your Honor, and I don't believe he is because he's unable to place himself in and out of the room on the phone.
I will move him back into this room.
Okay.
All right, would you like, Mr. Bedsworth, this matter was set for trial for today. It has been going on since May of 2022, where you received the ticket. You have from May of 2022 until as of last week, where nothing, according to Officer Maxey, who is here today and willing to testify, had not been returned. So you have your options today are to proceed with this trial or to take the recommendation that has been given to you. Those are your two options. I can see from the ticket that you reside in Grosse Pointe Park. So take that car to Grosse Pointe Park and park it in front of your house.
You're right.
We're unable to hear you, Mr. Bedsworth.
Yeah, Your Honor, there is no car.
There was never a car?
Oh, there was a car. It was stolen. It was dragged and damaged. And then the city ignored me and the insurance company.
If we're going to have a trial, I would just advise you to save it for a trial. The decision remains at this point. Do you want to have a trial or do you want to resolve it as I've discussed with you?
I wanted to get an adjournment to talk to the officer to find out what objections they have. I didn't know there were any objections.
I get it. Nobody's willing to do that. If you want to find out what the objections are, you're going to find them out on the record directly today. Or you can close this case out by paying a fine, making admissions, paying a fine, and then why don't you speak to the people that are here pressing these charges and ask them what you can do so that in the future you don't end up back here. But you need to make a decision right now, trial or plea.
Okay, I don't have $500.
We can't hear you, Mr. Bedsworth.
Your Honor, I don't have $500 and I don't live in Grosse Pointe Park.
Where do you reside, Mr. Bedsworth?
I'm on a medical treatment and I have been for quite some time. So I haven't left any vehicles there. I'm just trying to find out what.
Hey, do you own the property in Detroit, Mr. Bedsworth? Mr. Bedsworth?
According to the city, I do.
Are you reviewing the fact that you own that property? Did you sell the property? Do you have a deed that says that you sold the property? Don't play with me today. Do you own the property or not?
Be the finding. Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Cole, we're gonna do a trial in person if you don't mind, because I need to.
I don't mind at all because I do have exhibits that need to be marked.
We're gonna adjourn this trial to an in-person trial, and I need 1 moment to get a date.
Thank you, Judge.
You're right.
Is he requesting a bench trial or jury trial, Mr. Bachman?
Mr. Bedsworth, you have a right to a jury trial. 6 members of the community will be brought in to make a decision as to what is actual and factual in your case. Or you can have the judge decide your case. Do you want a jury or a bench trial?
I was trying to resolve it before that, sir. I don't know.
You have run out of options, Mr. Bedsworth. Do you want a jury trial or a bench trial?
I don't know, Your Honor. I don't know the difference.
We will set it for, he just explained the difference. We will set this matter for a bench trial. March 29th at 9 a.m. Mr. Bedsworth, if you have any evidence that shows that you do not and did not own this property in May of 2022, you can bring it at that time.
Okay, Your Honor, is it possible to get a later date?
You're breaking up, Mr. Bedsworth.
Yes,
Your
right.
Honor, is it
Need a
possible?
trial date.
Is it?
One more time.
Possible, Your Honor, to get a later trial?
If you like to retain a lawyer, as long as they show up here on March 29, 2023 at 9 a.m., you can do whatever you need to do between now and then. Do you need a signed counsel? Are you requesting a signed counsel?
Is that a public defender, Your Honor?
Correct.
Yes.
You're requesting a signed counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Okay. I will put the request in for a signed counsel for March 29, 2023. You will be back, well, actually, you will be here in person because this Zoom is not working this won't work for me for a trial at all. So you will be here for in person on March 29, 2023 at 9 a.m. and the request for an assigned counsel will be placed or put in on your behalf. That concludes this matter. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you. Ready to proceed on Floyd Banks?
Yes, Your Honor. One moment.
I'm here.
Okay, Mr. Banks, 1 moment, please.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm ready.
Now calling the People versus Floyd Wesley Banks, ticket number P928433, one count of driver's license never acquired. Ticket number X3406096, one count of no operator's license, multiple ops, no ops, one count of drove unregistered vehicle. And ticket number 520157, one count of license never acquired, one count of failure to provide insurance, and one count of unregistered motor vehicle. Please state your appearance for the record.
Please support Harry Bachman for the defendant. Your name, please, sir.
Floyd Wesley Banks.
Judge, we're here for an arraignment, so for that purpose, please enter a not guilty plea on behalf of the defendant. Thereafter, he is going to plead guilty and waive rights to any further trials or hearings. There's a recommendation from both the state prosecutor as well as corporation counsel.
And what is the plea agreement?
The plea agreement is that the defendant would plead guilty to the driving while driver's license never acquired, ending in 331. That would be reduced to failure to display a valid driver's license. That he would also plead guilty here to the no insurance violation ending in 572, and that would be reduced to improper plates. That all the other violations for which the defendant appears in the instant cases would here be dismissed on my stipulation to probable cause, which I give here and now, Your Honor. Thank you.
And you stipulate to the four corners of the ticket on the factual basis?
Yes, so stipulated.
Okay, Mr. Banks, you had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Bachman and he advised you of your right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understood your right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything, force you, or threaten you to take a guilty plea today?
No, ma'am.
I need you to be still for a moment. And you're taking a guilty plea on your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
You're pleading guilty because you actually are guilty.
Yes, ma'am.
And you do understand that you have a right to a trial either before me or a jury, and you'll be waiving those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing that you're waiving that right, you still would like to enter a guilty plea?
Yes, ma'am.
So the court will enter a plea of guilty for failure to display, reduced charge of failure to display on ticket number ending in 8433. Also, a guilty plea will be entered on the ticket number ending in 0154 on a reduced or amended charge of improper plate. And will dismiss without prejudice all other matters. In this case, ticket number ending in 6096, counts 1 and 2, as well as counts 1 and 3 on ticket number ending in 0157 will be dismissed without prejudice. The fees, Mr. Banks, are going to be, we had quite a few that got dismissed. I'm gonna do the minimum fee on the failure to display of $190. And also the fee on the improper plate will be $220. That's a total of $410. How soon will you be able to make that payment?
Actually, Your Honor, I had paid, I went down to 36th District, paid $600 on to lift the warrants. Can I use that money to go towards the fees?
Was this an arraignment or show cause?
I don't know.
This is the arraignment, Your Honor, for on the bench warrants. So that is bond money.
Yeah, you should still have, your bond shouldn't have been forfeited, and if you do still have a bond, if you do have a bond, you would need to contact the cashier's office at 36th District Court in a few days, just to get time for this information to reflect, and you can definitely apply it to that. I am going to give you though, because, do you know how much the bond was?
Yeah, it was 3 bonds for $200 a piece. I took them $600.
Okay, so you'll be able to pay the full amount, I would say, within the next 2 weeks, once they have, you can give them.
Pardon me, Your Honor?
only because I'm not sure for sure that it'll catch up that soon, so I'm gonna give you until March 23rd to make that payment. I'm also gonna set this for a review on that date so that you can come back before me just in case, one, if they haven't released it, we'll be able to address it again at that time, but if they have released it, I wanna be sure that you've made the payment of $410 on that date, so this will be set for a review on March 23rd, 2023. If you've made the payment, you do not need to appear.
Okay, so I just in a few days, like you said, still go to the courts just to see if it hit the system, but just be checking on it basically to make sure that they got, you know.
Yeah, I would give at least 48 hours for it to be entered into the system. And then you can contact the cashier's office, find out what you need to do to apply those payments to your ticket.
Got you. Okay.
Okay. And then you can appear back here on 323. If none of that has happened, if they didn't apply the money to your ticket, then you can appear back here on 323 to explain to me why it didn't happen or how it didn't happen.
Okay.
But if you have paid it, if they released it and you paid it, then you do not need to appear.
Okay, and they'll let me know right there and there. Okay, it's released, and I can give. Like, they're gonna give me a receipt. Excuse me.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I recommend that you call first. They may want you to come down in person to sign something. So call first, find out when it's been released, and then apply it towards the fees.
Yes, ma'am. And you said give it 48 hours at least. Okay.
At least, yeah. And you're all set. That concludes your matter.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. So do I leave out the room?
Yeah, you're free to go. I'll see you back on March 23rd unless you've paid.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ron. You have a good one.
Take care.
Bye.
Mr. Bobby, who are we ready to proceed on?
Ready on Blake Buckner, Your Honor. Mr. Buckner,
Now calling the people versus Blake D'Angelo Buckner, ticket number SP 129-14281, one count of allowing unlicensed driver to drive. Please state your appearance for the record.
Blake D'Angelo Buckner.
thank you, Mr. Buckner. Harry Bachman for the defendant. Matter set for a trial, Your Honor. Officer Larry Dudley has not appeared, and we'll ask you to consider a motion to dismiss here without prejudice.
He actually did appear, Mr. Bachman. One moment, please.
Mm-hmm.
So the officer had, Mr. Bachman, the officer did check in. We can call him to return to the court if need be. Mr. Goss, I thought that you may.
All right. Just tell her I'm still on the phone. I'm waiting on them now. Now I say Wi-Fi call, and they took it off.
Mr. Buckner,
Hey, how you doing?
are you on two
Hello?
devices?
No, I'm just on one.
Okay, so you have an offer from the prosecutor that if you paid the fine on this case, they dismiss it.
Mr. Bachman, I truly apologize. I have not been able to, we are having a lot of technical difficulties today. I was not able to hear any of that. Mr. Bachman?
Guys, the defendant's gonna plead guilty here. Mr. Blake Butler is gonna waive right to plead guilty. The recommendation is dismissal upon payment.
Okay, one moment. I need. Okay, so I guess you won't need the prosecutor?
I just received that information directly from him by telephone. I
Oh,
don't think
thank
it reminds me saying so as an officer of the court.
Okay, and the person who just got checked into the courtroom or just logged into the courtroom on 313-556-4930, will you announce yourself, please?
My name Clay Burley.
Mr. Burley, okay, Mr. Bachman, did you have an opportunity to speak to Mr. Burley? He had checked in late.
No, but I'd be happy to talk to him.
Okay, Mr. Burley, we gotta put you back into a breakout room. You checked in late, so the attorney was not able to come in just yet. He will be in there as soon as we resolve the rest of these matters, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, I can actually make the record on Mr. Burley because of the nature of the type of case it is. We're gonna need it set for a trial. Can you hold that?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Hello. I have my registration and license. I'm here to show that.
Okay, so we're gonna put you in a breakout room so that you can discuss that with Mr. Bachman.
All right.
All right, now calling the people versus Blake D'Angelo Buckner, ticket number SP 129-14281, one count of allowing unlicensed driver to drive. Please restate your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney. For Mr. Buckner. Mr. Bachman, you are on mute. Mr. Bachman, will you please come off of mute?
You're not saying Burley, are you?
No, I'm talking to Attorney Bachman.
Here I am, Your Honor.
Please state your appearance for the record.
Harry R. Bachman for the defendant.
Mr. Buckner, will you state your name for the record, please?
Blake D'Angelo Buckner.
Okay, so we are now on the record. Mr. Buckner, you have an offer, Mr. Bachman?
That's true. The matter set for trial. The good officer did appear and was prepared to give testimony. My client's going to waive his right to any trial here and now. He's pleading guilty. The recommendation is that if he does so, that the case will actually be dismissed upon his payment of the fines and costs assessed here today, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. So the court will enter a guilty plea on your behalf, Mr. Buckner, for allowing an unlicensed driver to drive an excessive fee of $220. I will, and this will be set for sentencing. How long do you need to make that payment, Mr. Buckner?
How much was the payment again?
$220.
Can I get 60 days?
I took my sheet. I don't know. April the 24th.
We can give you until April 24th. Is that okay?
That's fine.
So if it's paid by April 24th, you actually do not need to appear. The court will go ahead and dismiss it.
Okay.
However, if not, you will need to appear back in the same courtroom on Zoom on April 24th, 2023 at 8:35 a.m.
Okay.
That concludes your matter. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Your Honor, this is Corporal Dudley.
We just concluded that matter. There was a little bit of a mix up as to whether or not you didn't appear this morning, but we noted that you did appear, you did check in, and we were ready to proceed with trial. So he took a plea. Would you like to know what the plea is for your records?
Yes, ma'am.
He pled guilty as charged with a delayed sentence, to dismiss upon payment $220 by 4/24/23.
Okay, thank you so much. You have a good day.
You too, thank you. Very well. All right, ready to proceed on Darlene Brantley?
Ready?
Ms. Brantley, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Now calling the People versus Darlene Brantley, ticket number P1289782, one count of no insurance misdemeanor. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Harry
With the
Bachman for
attorney?
the defendant. State your name, please. I'm sorry, good afternoon. Ms. Brantley, would you state your name?
My name is Darlene Brantley, no middle initial.
Thank you, Judge. We're here for show cause because the defendant inadvertently missed the last court date. Would you please enter a not guilty plea as an arraignment? We want a pretrial, please, and thank you.
Not guilty plea will be entered on her behalf and the $0 bond will be assessed. March 28th, 2023 at 8:35 a.m. is the pretrial date. That concludes this matter. Ms. Brantley, we will see you in the same Zoom room on March 28th, 2023 at 8:35 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a blessed day. Thank you, attorney.
Good luck, ma'am. Thank you.
Mr. Bowman, what happened with Matthew Bridges?
I did not speak to Matthew Bridges, nor do I don't think he came in.
Checked in, but we lost him somewhere along the way. We'll send out a new notice and adjourn it.
Okay,
Now, ready to proceed on Kenneth Bolton.
we're ready.
It's Kenneth Bolton.
No, we may need
moment.
Officer Sciatti on that. It's a review.
Say that one more time.
Officer Sciatti, probation, it's set for review.
Okay. One moment, please.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready to proceed on any other matters? Will you be able to go and talk to Mr. Burley while we're waiting for the probation officer?
Of course, Your Honor. I will speak to Mr. Burley now.
Hello?
We have to open the.
I think.
Hello?
Mr. Burley, give us a moment, please. Nobody is talking to you.
Oh, man.
Mr. Burley, I'm gonna remind you that you checked into this courtroom late, not us, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I don't have a problem, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Burley, I don't mind saying this, but
Mr.
one of the
Buckman,
charges that
Oh, go ahead, go.
one of the charges is related to some sort of accident. So normally when we have charges of this type, I want you to bring your documentation with you to the next court date. But at the next court date,
I have it now.
Mr.
understand,
Burley,
but you're also
Mr.
you're
Burley,
not
who are you
listening.
talking to?
Hello?
Who are you talking
You're
to,
not
Mr.
listening.
Burley?
I was trying to listen. I'm sorry.
Why don't we just, I'll just wait to go in the breakout room with you.
Huh?
I'll wait to go to the breakout room, and we need to have a private conversation, so we don't want to talk in front of everybody, all right?
All right,
Mr.
perfect.
Hoffman, we're having some technical
problem.
difficulties on being able
Okay.
to open up a breakout room. Are you able to call him on the phone by any chance?
I can. I'm gonna call him right now. So when I call you, sir, you can answer the phone, and if you get disconnected, we'll let you right back into the meeting, but please answer for my phone call. I'm calling you now, okay, Mr. Burley?
Yeah.
I'm calling now, sir. Please answer the phone. Your Honor, we are ready on Burley. We are ready on Bolton.
All right, I'm right here.
Stand by, sir.
We may just have Bolton, with Bolton here, when is his probation supposed to end?
He says he's been on for 2 years, so if we could just adjourn for
I haven't been on probation
next
for
week.
2 years, sir.
Mr. Burley, no one is talking to you.
I haven't been on probation for 2 years now. Are you
We're
yelling
not
at me?
talking about you either. Keep your
I'm a
mouth
human
closed
being.
until we are
Yes,
talking to you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
As a matter of
Yes,
fact,
ma'am.
send Mr. Burley for an in-person hearing. I'm not doing this.
What did I do?
You're still talking?
Yes, Ken Bolton here.
Mr. Hoffman, can we just set this one out for 30 days? Because we don't
Sure,
have.
Mr. Bolton, we're gonna bring you back when we can get all the proper paperwork from your probation officer. And hopefully we can close out these cases. Keep doing a good job, Mr. Bolton, and come back in 30 days. Would you?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna give you a court date right now. Stand by.
Okay.
It'll be March 23rd, Mr. Bolton, March 23rd at 8:35 a.m. Thank you for being patient today.
Thank you.
You have a good day. Good luck.
Okay, you too.
Mr. Bumpin, what were we getting ready to do? Were we setting Mr. Burley out for something? Because it will be in person.
We're setting Burley for a trial, Judge. I explained to him that he has one charge where he's being accused of causing an accident, and so we're gonna need the officer to come in and make heads or tails of that. So please, waiver trial by Zoom.
Now calling the People versus Clay Burley, ticket number SP 136-44901 and 902. One count of no insurance, one count of leaving the scene of an accident. Please state your appearance for the record.
May it please the court, Harry Bachman for the defendant. Sir, state your name, Mr. Burley.
Clay Burley.
Thank you, Judge. Please
No
give
middle
us a
initial.
waiver trial date by Zoom. The defendant's gonna appear with a camera phone at that time. He's been advised.
We're gonna set this for a bench trial before myself as the trier of fact on March 29th at 9 a.m. Mr. Burley, this will be an in-person trial. I need to show up here at courtroom 335 at 36th District Court on that day.
All right.
Mr. Bowman, since you may not be the attorney of record that day, do we need to assign house counsel?
No,
No?
no, Your Honor.
Okay, so we will see you in person, Mr. Burley, on March 29th at 9 a.m.
Why I can't have a Zoom, Your Honor? I thought I was having a Zoom. That's what I talked to with my attorney in a private meeting.
We will see you in person on March 29th, 9 a.m., Mr. Burley. You have a good day.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Dante Goss, on behalf of the people. Your Honor, if he's going to have a in-person, I do believe he probably do need to be assigned counsel.
I thought so. As well. Thank you. We will request assigned counsel for that day.
May I report for the record that the defendant's phone number, because I think he logged off, is 313-556-4930.
Thank you, Mr. Bachman.
Never a problem, Your Honor. Thank you.
We
Sorry
have
it took
closed out
so
the
long today.
break room. It does not appear to be anyone else waiting. That concludes our matters for today. You guys have a great afternoon.
Enjoy your lunchtime. Bye, y'all.
I will.